Mark Bavaro was a tough, hard-nosed player who preferred to run through defenders rather than around them.
That's a good catch, Mark. Big play, son. That's the way to go. Hey, those guys are going to beat you around. You got to learn to beat their hands off you. You know what I mean?
Bavaro was a rumbling bull who often required a gang of tacklers to bring him to the ground.
He was a tough guy, and he would fit in, perfectly because he really didn't have a whole lot to say. He was serious about playing the game, and he was just a tough SOB.
I tell you, he's a stone-faced, that Bavaro now. You know what the hell he's thinking. I'd hate to have to fight that son of a gun.
Bavaro was so tough that he once played almost an entire game after breaking his jaw.
Not only did he have the broken jaw, he lost teeth in that, and he's sitting there on the sideline, and they're doctoring on him on the sideline, and you think, okay, this guy's out for the rest of the game for certain, and probably, a few games thereafter. And then we see him putting his helmet on and say, what the heck is he doing? He gets back out there on the field. That said a lot to us about his character, his toughness.
I just think whatever someone's pain threshold is, and for certain body parts, it's different. For me, those things weren't really that bothersome.
On December 1st, 1986, Bavaro's toughness was on full display in a Monday Night Football matchup against the San Francisco 49ers.
San Francisco was an Achilles heel, and we just kind of hated them.
It felt like they were in our division. We seemed to always play them, always at very crucial times.
It seems like I had to play them out there every year on Monday Night Football. It was unbelievable. I'd come up the line of scrimmage and go, oh, there they are again.
The 49ers raced out to a 17-0 halftime lead. But in the second half, the Giants mounted a furious comeback, fueled by Bavaro's historic play.
Complete to Bavaro, down to the 35, still on his feet to the 30, down to the 25, down to the 20. He's got 4 men on his back and gets down to the 17.
The only thing that was going through my mind was, why haven't they tackled me yet? Because Ronnie Lott was one of the first guys to hit me.
And the tight end fights his way inside the 30, and a single effort to the 18-yard line, a solitary effort by Bavaro.
He was a guy that was sort of the standard bearer for the attitude of the team.
That play epitomizes how tough Mark was and how we wanted to be as a team.
This is classic and vintage Bavaro. This is what he does the best. He is just one tough cookie. He just carries 49ers all the way inside the 20, carried them for 10 yards to get the first down and set up a possible Giant score.
And he did it on national TV, just an unbelievable player. It's still the signature play of that game is that.
If there's ever one play that a player will ever be noted for, I think that is the signature play for Mark Bavaro.
But as I kept going and I kept moving my legs and going forward, then I could kind of see my own guys jumping on the pile, and I could feel the weight getting heavier and heavier. And I remember thinking, geez, if my own guys would just get off, I think I could make it to the end zone.
Bavaro's legendary catch and run ignited the entire team, and New York scored 21 unanswered points in the second half. And the Giants pulled out a dramatic 21-17 victory. It was their 6th consecutive win, and the Giants would not lose another game the rest of the season, on their way to winning a championship in Super Bowl XXI.
There was never this doom and gloom over that 86 team, and no matter what the circumstances were. I think we always felt like we could come back and win.
In the 1990 NFC Championship game, the Giants were a huge underdog against the 2-time defending Super Bowl champion San Francisco 49ers.
To go there against all odds, knowing that this game for them was supposed to be a mere formality.
In a tough, smash-mouth battle, both teams would dish out a physical beating.
You know that this is a low-scoring game, which means it's going to be probably a field goals.
And in a seesaw contest that saw 4 lead changes, Bahr was a model of accuracy and consistency.
And this game is tied at 3. Bahr from 42 yards away. Far enough and good. And so the Giants take the lead 6-3.
The 49ers regained the lead when Joe Montana connected with John Taylor on a 61-yard score.
Complete for a big break to Taylor to the 30, the 25 to the 20, 15, he'll score. There it is.
So many individual plays made that game happen. Didn't we do a fake punt in that game, Gary Reasons?
Fake punt, and it's going to work. Reason streaking down to inside the 25.
That's the call they needed. That's the play they needed. They needed something to get them out of this.
Bahr would capitalize on New York's trickery, pulling the Giants to within 1 point with his 4th field goal of the day.
13-12, the 49ers lead with 5:47 left to play.
In the 4th quarter, Leonard Marshall would fire a shot heard round the entire football world.
Here's Montana, long time in the pocket. Got chased out, finally hit from behind. The ball's loose.
I was hoping, I said, I hope he don't release this ball. If he doesn't release this ball, he's going to get the hit of a lifetime. And, it was lights out Irene from there.
And he really took a shot in that back. Leonard Marshall coming from the backside.
Boy,
that is a real shot.
Steve Young came in for the 49ers' final drive and needed only 2 first downs to run out the clock.
We got to get a fumble right now. Somebody's got to make a damn play.
Hit behind the line of scrimmage, and the Giants have the ball.
So it was a very opportunistic play by our defense. Those are the kind of plays we want to remember ourselves as, and that game really was, in the biggest game, it was one of the biggest plays.
Lawrence Taylor out of the pack with the ball.
And you knew that the Giants were going for it, and that's what Bill Parcells is saying. Yep, we need it.
Jeff Hostetler took over from there and began to engineer the Giants' 2-minute drill to perfection.
Runs to the sideline and throws on the run and completes to Bavaro.
And that was the key play in the game for us, because now it just came down to Matt Bahr.
And it all goes on his shoulders.
You know that it's a win or lose situation. Take a deep breath, exhale, head down, follow through with the target. So the snap comes back, I hit the ball, and I said, I hit that good. And I go, uh-oh, I might have hit that too good. Sure enough, I look up and it's drifting to the left upright. And I'm going, oh geez, and it straightened out and it made it by a yard or two.
Snap, spot, kick is away, it's got the distance, it is good! Good!
And the Giants are going to Tampa Bay. It's over for the three-peats. It's over.
I never had any doubt that Matt Bahr was going to make the field goal. I mean, the guy was just money.
Ever had a moment like this in your life? Feels pretty good.
Greatest game I've ever coached in. Maybe not the most aesthetically pleasing to the eye, but to me, it was bliss.
As Super Bowl XLII approached in Glendale, Arizona, the New York Giants would be pitted as a heavy underdog against one of the greatest teams in NFL history, the undefeated New England Patriots.
I think there was just an eagerness and a sense of urgency, knowing that we have an opportunity of a lifetime, knowing that, no one's given us, the light of day.
Going to Super Bowl week, Plexico hurts himself, so he misses practice. He has a sprain of his MCL. We don't know if he's going to play. So David steps in, and then on Friday, it's an absolute disaster.
I just had the worst practice for a receiver that you can imagine. I just dropped way too many balls. I don't even know the number.
He dropped 5 or 6.
I mean, I think he dropped 7 passes.
Couldn't catch a cold butt naked in the wintertime, man.
Well, I give you a compliment coming out here, now you can't catch a damn thing.
I went to Tyree after that practice. I said, hey, I'm gonna have to come to you on Sunday. You're gonna have to be there for us. I know you're a gamer. I know you're gonna step up. He said, hey, I got you.
I knew that, when the lights is on, I'm gonna be ready, and I won't let my teammates down.
And with Big Blue trailing early in the 4th quarter, Tyree's first touchdown of the season would give the Giants the lead.
Tyree in motion, handoff, bump, play fake, Manning to throw to the end zone, touchdown! David Tyree on the post, and the Giants have the lead with 11:05 to go in the ballgame.
Eli drilled that sucker in there so beautiful. You set that play up all year, and they call it, and I score, and I can't believe it. This is amazing. I can't believe this is happening. And lo and behold, that really wasn't the big play.
But Tom Brady and Randy Moss would put the Patriots back on top.
The Patriots have the lead with 2:42 to go.
With all 3 of their timeouts remaining, New York took over on their own 17-yard line.
17-14, fellas. 1 touchdown, we are world champions. Believe it, and it will happen.
I believe it, you know. I'm a believer, I might as well believe it.
The Giants methodically moved the ball down the field, converting on a 3rd and 10 and 4th and 1 to keep the drive alive. But after an Eli Manning scramble for 5 yards and a near interception by Asante Samuel, the Giants would face another 3rd down conversion attempt.
3rd and 5 for the Giants. 1:16 to go. Manning takes the snap. Back to throw. Under pressure. Avoids the rush, and he's going to fight out of it. Still fights out of it. Now throws it deep downfield to Tyree, who makes the catch at the 22-yard line. What a play by Manning. And what a catch by Tyree.
I'm running a post route over the top, so by the time I break out my post, he's under duress.
They got a hold of me, but I'm kind of in a little panic. I think this isn't good, but they just never pulled me down.
I look back, and I'm like, oh man, he's getting the sack. And I'm like, oh, he got out.
I fought out of it. I rolled right. Kind of saw Tyree. I saw one other guy ended up being Rodney Harris there, but I just figured, you know, I got to give this a shot.
And as soon as he let go of the ball, I was like, what is he doing?
And I'm like, no, don't throw it.
He fires the ball down the middle of the field, which normally you do not do that.
No, not the middle of the field.
From there, it was like chariots of fire, you know, music going on in the background, and you're just locked in on that ball. And, you know, for me, all I remember is, you know, going up the high point.
It is caught by Tyree.
Catches it, ball off his helmet, head. You couldn't tell what he did with it. And I'm just thinking to myself, are they saying he caught that?
I really didn't know anything about the helmet. I just remember getting my second hand back on that ball. All I know is I got it, and I'm not letting this thing go. It's a moment in time that's literally like frozen. I just call it a miraculous play that I'm the fortunate recipient of.
When he caught the ball, game was over. We knew we were going to win.
I think that's when we really thought we're going to win this game, because there's no way we're going to make that play irrelevant.
My catch means nothing until we win the game. You know, and that's the reality of every great catch. So for me, it really didn't matter until we sealed the deal.
Manning calling signals, takes the snap, looks left, lobs it left, first is wide open, touchdown Giants in the left corner of the end zone.
Touchdown.
And that is it. The New York Giants have knocked off the New England Patriots 17-14, and the Giants, with the most improbable win in recent memory, have won Super Bowl 42.
I have this overwhelming flow of emotions because my mom passed away toward the end of the season.
This one for my mama. Rest in peace. I love you, Ma.
I get a chance to be remembered in NFL history, Super Bowl history. That's amazing.
Hey, this is fairy tale stuff. Only God kind of stuff. You saved the season. Only God. Come on, boy. Don't worry, man. Hey, I love you, baby. Love you too, man.
For me, the catch was a microcosm of my life. From the adversity to the unexpected, it was a place of satisfaction just through the roof for me. You know, it does hit my heart in a way because I know what my desire was as a player. I know what I desired to give to my teammates. I feel like God allowed me to have my heart's desire in a way to be remembered in this game.
4 years after their dramatic victory over the New England Patriots in Super Bowl XLII, the Giants and Patriots would meet again in Super Bowl XLVI. Once again, New York jumped out to an early lead.
Cruz in a slot left, Manning back to throw, throws one left, touchdown Giants, Victor Cruz on the slant. And he does the salsa in the Patriots end zone.
But the Patriots storm back to go ahead 17-15.
Back to throw, he looks right, throws it over the middle, completes it over the middle, and he's got Hernandez for the touchdown. And the Patriots come out flying to start the third quarter.
Late in the fourth quarter, with the championship on the line, the Giants experienced a little Super Bowl deja vu.
The similarities between the circumstances of, hey, another 2-minute drive, down in the fourth quarter, with a chance to go win a Super Bowl against the Patriots again. Obviously, in the first Super Bowl, we were down 4. This one, a little different, down 2.
3:46 to go. 1 timeout and the 2-minute warning. We've seen something like this before, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
To have that almost exact same situation and circumstance come up for the second time in the Super Bowl up against the same team, it's something that you can't write in history of the game of football.
This time, Eli Manning and Mario Manningham would provide the last-minute magic.
Manning out of the shotgun set, and he's back to throw. Finds the pocket. Deep ball down the left sideline, and it's going to be caught. Was he inbounds? Yes! Manningham on the sideline. The officials say he got his feet in at midfield.
Wow.
It's the first play, and you're just hoping to get a completion. First play of a 2-minute drive, just, hey, get the ball out. And, you know, they played it pretty well, had everything covered to the right, and really don't have anybody else getting out into the route. So I come back left to Manningham. As I'm making a throw, I know it's going to be tight, so you kind of make one of these throws where it's either he catches it or nobody, and it's going to be wide enough where it's out of bounds, and he does a great job, you know, making that catch, you know, keeping his feet in bounds while you're about to take a hit from a safety. Fortunately, put it in the right spot, and he was able to hang on to it.
I believe it was a 3-step drop, and he had to come back. That was a secondary look. So he wasn't going to have a lot of time, so he had to really pinpoint that. And whatever he saw from Mario Manningham, it wasn't a lot of jersey. That was pretty well covered, but he put it only where he could catch it. But the catch in the toe tap was just as impressive as that throw. And it completed what I consider one of the greatest throws and catches in this team's history.
That was a route that we've seen Eli throw to Mario Manningham throughout the entire season, going back to training camp, that same precision. But that was almost like routine to those two, just from the amount of reps and practice that they had going through it. That's what allowed Eli to have that confidence to put the ball where it needed to be, right on the money, and knowing Mario would come down with it.
I think it's the best throw of Eli's career. He put it in the tiniest of places. Mario didn't have a chance of dropping it. And I remember asking Eli, like, how do you know where to put the ball like that? And he's like, I don't. I see the guy running, I see the safety. I just trust my ability to throw it. I was like, it can't be that simple.
8 plays later, Ahmad Bradshaw's 1-yard run gave the Giants a 4-point lead. But New York left 57 seconds on the clock, and it would be up to the Giants' defense to prevent Tom Brady from pulling off his own miracle.
Here's the one thing you have to understand about Tom Brady. Number one, he's got the focus of a brain surgeon. And no matter what the time is on the clock, he's got a play that he thinks will work.
One play away. I can't stay still. I can't stay still.
Goal post, 2 half. Goal post, 2 half. Goal post, right? Run to the goal post and catch it.
Brady's back. Brady's under pressure. Brady's chased. Brady heaves one.
That last throw that Brady threw for the bomb into the end zone, and it was like it took 12 seconds for that football to come down.
Down the middle of the field into the end zone, a jump ball, and it's incomplete, and the ball game's over, and the Giants have won Super Bowl 46.
To have that feeling, to have that emotion, to once again fight through the adversity that we had that entire season, I mean, it just showed you the type of character our football team had.
Hey Giants fans, Jabril Peppers here. Want to be the first to see Giants videos? Subscribe now.